Okay, I'm only gonna run the camera for a little bit because I don't want it to get all dusty, but when I took my pad on here, I just folded up the edges on the side because then I can have a strong surface right on the edge, because if not, see, it was like that and I wanted to sand right to the edge. I can't really put any pressure there, can I? So that's just gonna kind of float along there. So I kind of fold up the edge, and then I'm just careful when I do it. And I'm not gonna do it really super hard. I'm just gonna do a little bit. Like that one, that's it. That's all I'm doing on that little one. Now if you have a light, you can shine a light on here. I usually have my construction light here, but I don't have it here today. But you can shine a little light on there and see where you need to sand a little bit more and where you don't. And see, with the air not moving around, most of this dust is just dropping straight down. Now we're going to have some in the air, but I got Marky shining a flashlight for me over here, and that should be good enough with the light. Maybe I wonder if I'll just turn this light on here too. Okay. Just easy pressure on there. And then when I see little lines and stuff, I can just hit it. I don't have to go hog wild and just start going all over tint. I can feel my hand on here. I feel right there. Okay, so I can do it a little bit more. And depending what type of sandpaper you use, the more coarse sandpaper, you're gonna throw lines in your mud. Okay, but rest assured, even if you have little hair lines from your sandpaper, once you prime it, you're gonna throw material on there. Once you put your 2 coats of finish, you should bridge over anything. But I still try not to sand it too much. Now I can move it over this way, and I'm gonna go down a ways. I'm gonna go at least below where the stove top was, and they might have a stove that goes up above, you know, and have the burners handles on the back. But I'm still gonna go down plenty far. There was a line right there. If you have any long, you know, lines that are stuck up pretty far, you could use your drywall knife and knock some down. But then sometimes your drywall knife might make another line that you're like, oh brother, I shouldn't have done that. I think you can see all that. Okay. Nice even strokes. About the same pressure if you can. Everywhere. A little spot right there. Now that's gone. With smooth wall, you gotta be really good, because there's no texture, there's no spray texture on it, so lots of imperfections will show. But once you get your paint on there too, that's going to cover some stuff, and this is dark paint. And that's probably a good thing, but I'm still going to do a good job of this. And at this point, if you sand everything, if you're not happy with it, you could always put a little bit more mud on the wall, like a tight skim. See, I had that folded up, so now I can get that right in there because I can't get my whole pad in there. And even when you do small little patches, you think, oh, I hardly have to do anything. You still got to blend this in, okay? So still concentrate around the edges. Feel it with your hand. I had one little patch here. They had some brackets on the wall that they took off. That's about all the sanding you have to do. Just don't overdo it. Okay, that looks good. What do you think, Marky?
We can do it from this angle.
You see any other spots? Like I say, don't over sand it. Too much sanding is not really a good thing. As long as you feel it and it feels like a baby's butt, then you know you got it. Because see, even with my glove on, I mean, you can do it without gloves, but even with the glove, I can feel or not feel any imperfections. And especially with the light, you'd be surprised. Do this without a light and then shine a light on you there and you'll think, my word, I missed here, 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 here. And it's always good to use a construction light. You can get those at the hardware store for usually less than 20 bucks. Okay. I'm looking to see if I see any other ridges on here. Let's just do it once over. That's looking good where the transition is. Perfect. Okay. That's looking good. I think we've done it by Joe. Okay, now see, I think that's all I'm gonna do. I see where most of the dust is. Okay, yeah, the counters. See, the dust is all the way over here, even though I did it over there, but it would be worse if we had the light or the fans on, any air conditioning, any windows open, just a window open. You'd be surprised at how much dust will get all over the place because it's just the air is moving around. Okay, I think that's it. All right, hope you learned something. Time to clean up. And I guess I'm not quite sure how we're going to do this yet. He's got a vacuum, and I'm not sure how much that's going to blow around on the outlet of the vacuum. We might wipe this up and then take some rags or something. And when you have it cleaned up and you think it's all clean, don't be too surprised if later on in 15-20 minutes, half hour, you look and you have to wipe it again. You may have to wipe it 3 times because some of this dust is going to get in the air as you sweep it up or whatever you do to clean it, okay? Remember that and you'll be fine. Okay, well see, only a few minutes Mark's been over here cleaning up, and that cleaned up really nice. He's probably gonna have to wipe it down again, and I've encouraged him to wipe this down with a damp rag. Don't wipe too much because you don't want to put any impressions, depressions, impressions, whatever, on your new sheetrock mud, okay? You don't want to make any swirls or anything like that. Just gently wipe it down before you put your primer on. And I'm wondering, you want to really see this after Mark's got all this painted to see how well I did with the patching? I might do that for you too. Just keep watching the video and see. Well, that's all I got for this time, but I'll be back with more videos. Good job, Marky.